Oh boy, here we go today. We're going to start quick and because it's a little late and I'm wanting to get this out there. But there's not much to talk about. Um, First, we'll start with A for Ariel Pink. A little bit of a trial getting this off Bandcamp, but they finally did send it to me. Beatles in the Beginning. This is Constance Demby's first thing. It's like new age music, which I've been getting into lately. A Ghibli thing, which was kind of just, I don't know, like wasn't really all Hisashi either. I think, but it was mostly kind of the boring pop songs, which I don't like as much, obviously, as the full orchestral stuff, which is way better. In Original Discipline, which I got for very cheap. It was like, what, I want to say $5, $6. But it's the original Polydor Discipline. A promo of Lysol, the classic Melvin's album. The proto stoner rock. Well, I guess it's not proto really. I think there was established stoner rock by then. But it's the promo version. Awesome. And let's see. Should I get into also? I suppose I should. So these things here. Okay, I'm back. The thing dropped out for a second. Anyways. Yeah, I guess my storage was full. So this anyway, other than considering the Will Ferrell era to be some sort of resurgence, which I considered the early 90s stuff to be the kind of the pinnacle of Saturday Night Live because they had the budget for like actual productions. I think in the 70s, I'm not going to argue against the classic players being classic and stuff. They are. But I also think that like they didn't really have a very good, like a lot of money to be able to do real good productions and things. Anyway, yeah, for a long time I've had my list of the top 15 SNL performers. Perhaps I'll get into that sometime. This, though, is My Bloody Valentine. This was made so long ago, and it's before they were big or anything. And the band you love to hate, or is it the man you love to hate? I don't know. But yeah, it's like legitimate. Actually didn't have to pay too much for this either, believe it or not. Like I think it was $150 or something. I don't think you would find it for that price anymore. These two things are things that I kind of meant to get to, but there was a lot of tapes at that time, so the box setty type things kind of piled up on me a little bit. Anyway, let's get back into the music here for O's. Let's see, what do I have notable here? I mean, all this stuff. Okay, Off. Yeah, this is the new Off. It was really, really good. Loved it. Opal I listened to last night. That was very nice too. But basically the heart of all this is the Orb. I got so much great Orb over the last 4 years. Enough. It really rivals my collection up till 2019 here with all this stuff. I got the promos for Adventures Beyond the Ultra World, Ultra Light Fluffy, Ultra Little Fluffy Clouds. That's not the actual name. By the way, did you know that the person who sampled this saying like little puffy clouds, all that, she actually is pretty unhappy that she was sampled. But I think her name is, I don't know. She's got like a baby voice. Her music itself is okay, but it's definitely best in this because she sounds like such a great like hippie person. It's really great. Now this one though is one that I wanted for years and years, and I finally, along with this whole set of this, I bought most of this from one person. All of this. This is Radio Orb, the remixes. I don't know. It's just one that is rare. And I looked for it for a long time, and I finally got it. I don't know. It's Orb's one of those bands where you don't realize how big a fan you are until you actually get into it, and then you're like, oh yeah, they're great. Promo for UFOrb. I think this is the US UFOrb. I've also got the UK UFOrb. It's a slightly different, lettering or something. Slightly different look. And the Thompson original UFOrb, which is always fun to have. The Thompson, any Thompson originals, they're like Saudi Arabian label. Gotta love it. Assassin, the promo. By the way, this is what these look like inside. May as well just pull one out for you. It just looks like a regular, I think it's probably the same as regular tape. That's for promotional use only, though. I like how, you know, white labels, I don't know, they're just so collectible. The Live. Promo for Palm Fritz, and I don't know how to say that, Orbs. Orbus Terrarum. Both, I mean, they're just different promos here. This is like your chop them out version. I got into this, like, I told you about the FX Twin that I got the other day and how there's certain tinted tapes, and like that's what those look like, the chop them out versions. I believe this is probably the Island, American Island version. I'm not really sure. It might be British Island. The sampler. This is a good one that everybody should have. It's the remix, Aubrey's Excursions Beyond the Call of Duty Remix project. And by the way, I also have the little booklet from that. So the booklet, I remember just reading it like, I think a couple of years ago, wasn't it, when I read this booklet? And right, it just gives credits more or less. Not really much to that. Two different versions of Oblivion here. Yeah, basically they're the same. It's just one of them has a slight color on one of the. Oh yeah, that's the only difference there. And like, I don't know, the price was like $35 each for that, because I just need the one that with a slightly different color. In order to have the greatest collection in the world, you got to have stuff like that. Mini Oblivion, the Island, different version of Oblivion. I think that might be US. Another version of Oblivion, Asylum and Toxigene. Those are both like unavailable. They never really released in proper form, but here they are in what they got to in 97 or whatever this came out, 96, 97. Promo versions. Also, a more modern one, NSA-OOB. Is that called Nasob? I'm not really sure, but it's a modern orb. I think 2017, I want to say, or something. Could have that. Some Orbital. Here's some Ozfest, Ozzy Osbourne. I was at Ozfest one time. It was kind of fun. It was also kind of just a lot of people getting dehydrated and drinking nothing but beer. They should have been drinking water the whole day. You know, I'm surprised. And people are just passing out from heat stroke and stuff. Most of the bands were like new metal bands too, and I'm not crazy about new metal bands. I'm not very good, but Ozzy himself, I remember I saw them at Alpine Valley, and Alpine Valley is so steep that, like, I think what I did was I was kind of drunk and I just kind of ran down the hill because the hill's so steep, and I would just jump. You just see how much air I could get off that hill. And Ozzy's music was pretty a great vehicle for all that. But finally, here's John Oswald, Plunderphonic. These are worth having. These are like the same as the mystery tapes, but I guess these are kind of more under his own name. And Oval. Oval is Glitch, but it's from like 2000.